We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back. In the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside or backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
And out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's thrown to Perriman out wide. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Rashad Perriman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll look to throw right away. This one caught by Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
43-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The tackle made.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Rosen. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals, nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for the Lions. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
To Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll run with Swift, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
His kick is...
Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to... Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Rosen will throw. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. This is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rosen. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Deuce. Back. On. Watch it.
On third down, here comes Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try.
A 31-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Gay on for the point after.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Put that team on the bus. 49's the mutt.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 58, boys.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another. Pick. Now 4th down.
Defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now here's Ross. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's Swift. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
DeAndre Swift.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rush in it. Rush in. Alert, alert, alert. Check 9, check 9. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
DeAndre
Give him a yard down to the 43.
taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third
from the gun on third down. It's Rosen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Take over first.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray going to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
Lions 45, Cardinals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rosen. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run out of the gun with Swift. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Ray Campbell. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And now it's Rosen looking. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The drive starts with a completion left side and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Single receiver.
To throw is Rosen. That's complete to John Ross. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray, and Daniels has it left side.
Complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 10.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Harris has it over the middle. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Tonight's